What's up, everybody? What's up, speaker moguls? It is Mogul Monday. Yep, it's Mogul Monday. So today we are going to be talking about your business models. So I'm just going to pull up the Facebook page so I can see who's on with me. If you are over on YouTube, you want to make sure that you join our Facebook community. All you have to do is go to speakermogulsgroup.com. That's speakermogulsgroup.com and join us on the Facebook page so that you're there for everything instead of just, when I show up here live on Mogul Mondays. So, if you're in the Facebook community, please give StreamYard, I think it's streamyard.com/Facebook, give them permission for me to see your comments, but I will be opening the comments up inside of Facebook so that I can chat with you all there. So let me get that open and then we will get going. Again, today is Mogul Mondays. We are here, supposed to be 11 a.m. Eastern. Today I had a meeting, so I wasn't able to be here. So look for Mogul Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be talking about all things the business of professional speaking and also speaker branding. And if there is a topic that you want me to talk about, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Either drop it in the comments in Facebook or drop it in the comments on YouTube and we'll get to it. But I know so many of you, are in the speaking business, but you're not making money and you don't have your business set up. And, when I talk to speakers all the time, they say, oh, I'm a speaker, but how? Like, what are you really doing to make your money? How is it that you're speaking? We see people on stages, whether it's a virtual stage or a physical stage. There are people who are training inside of organizations. There are people who are on stages as hosts and MCs, right? There's all kinds of ways that people speak. But sometimes when you think about coming into the speaking business, you don't think about that as the monetization model. And it's really important for you to figure that out in the beginning because it's going to direct and control everything that you're going to be doing in your business. It's going to direct how you make money, how you pitch, all the things. So we're going to talk about that today. And when people talk about business models, it's what people think. Some people say, oh, there's 3, there's 4, there's 10, there's 50, right? And however they categorize them. I have honed in on there being really 4 speaker business models. And inside of those models, there's levels, right? So there's different ways to do it with inside of that. And the way that I have focused on determining what the business model is what you are actually doing, right? So you as the talent, you're the speaker. So you as the talent, what it is that you're doing. And so the 4 ways that I think about it in terms of a speaking business model is 1, you're a keynote speaker, right? That's what you do. You go in, you do your presentation. It could be anywhere from 15 minutes to 60 minutes. You're on the stage, whether it's a virtual stage or a physical stage, you're out, right? There's no report to be written. There's no meetings to be had after that. Really, you're going in there to either motivate, inspire, inform, educate, but it's one of those quick hits. It's like one and done, keynote speaker, I'm out, right? Then you have what I call and I call them killer keynotes. And then you have your workshop warriors, right? Those are your trainers. Those are when you're looking at a conference, you think about a breakout session. So those are typically anywhere from 90 minutes to 4 hours on a particular day, or it could be a whole day workshop, or it could be multiple day workshops, right? But it's a deeper dive into a particular content area. So you're not going in and getting out. You're going in, there might be audience participation, engagement, all of those things. That is a much deeper dive when you're talking about a workshop, what I call a workshop warrior. So 1, business model is you're a keynoter, right? Second business model is you're a workshop warrior. Third business model is that you are an MC or a host. So you're not there to give content, right? You're not there as an expert. You're there really as entertainment. You're there to keep the flow of the event going. You want everyone to have a good time. You want to keep people connected. Your goal is to keep the host and the event planners, make them look good, right? Because they're having an amazing event, everyone's happy, everyone's on the ball, everything is moving along. So you're a person who likes that type of structure. You're not there to share your expertise, and that doesn't make you any less. Now, and there are a lot of people who have expertise, right? But that's not what they want to do. They just want to be the host. Um, they want to be the one to keep the event going. So that's a third business model. And yes, it is a speaking business model, right? We think about speaking sometimes in a very narrow, limited sense, but we need to think about it in a very broad sense. So as a speaker business model, being an MC or a host is a lucrative way to make money. You just need to know how to price yourself, right? So don't think that because, oh, I'm just the MC. You're not just. You are an integral part of an event to keep that event going, keep that event moving, keep everyone on track, right? So that is also a speaker business model. And then the fourth one that I think about is what I call the committed consultant. So you like longer term engagements. Those longer term engagements may be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, multiple years, right? You want to be in the thick of it. You want to go in, you want to change processes, you want to change procedures, you want to change systems. And not only that, you want to make sure that things are getting done and you want to be there for it, right? You want to see that your work is creating change. And that's who I call a committed consultant. So you're up for writing reports, you're up for, being, in somebody's physical business, working with leadership, you might be working with the employees, right? But you really want to be in a deep dive. That's like more of a deep dive situation. All of these are fine. And some of you will have multiples, right? You'll have multiple business models. So, for example, in my business model, I'm a keynoter, but I also do workshops, right? But I do short workshops. I only do workshops up to 90 minutes. The reason why it's important for you to understand what your business model is so that you can set the boundaries around your business, right? So for me, because of the way that I set up my business, and I know that I'm a keynoter and I'm a workshop warrior in some ways, but I don't want to be a workshop warrior where I am there for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. I don't do those, right? But I know those are my business models. And because those are my business models, and I want to generate a certain level of revenue from my speaking business, I have to figure out how I'm going to do that within those models. That's why it's important for you to know what your model is. And you can find out if you go to speakermogulquiz.com. It's a quick quiz. I think it's maybe 7 questions. You'll figure out what your Speaker Mogul monetization model is. And again, very important for you to know this. All right. Why is it so important for you to know this? Because it's going to impact everything about your business. So let's talk about from the beginning, pitching, so that you can actually get somewhere to speak, right? Depending on your business model, who you pitch, how you pitch, what you pitch, when you pitch, where you pitch, all of those things could be different. So if you're talking about a keynote versus an MC, or workshop warrior versus a committed consultant, who you're going after and how you have to go after them could be completely different, right? And so if you are a keynoter and you're pitching, as a consultant, that's not going to make sense, right? And if you're pitching to the wrong people or at the wrong time, that's not going to make sense. When you're talking about, corporations versus colleges, colleges have schedules, right? And so depending on what's happening in their academic calendar might depend on when you need to pitch. So, and whether or not you want to come in as a keynote speaker, or if you want to be an MC for an event for them, or if you want to do a workshop, or you want to be a consultant, all of those things matter in terms of timing and in terms of your pitch. Also, it's going to impact the way that you do your proposals and your contracts, right? And remember, I was saying that there's levels inside of your business. So if you want to be a keynoter, and you want to be a workshop warrior, and you're thinking about the federal government, right? They have all kinds of bureaucracy, and they have all kinds of, paperwork and whatever you need to do and how you need to submit. And so you need to be aware of those things. And if you're working with some agencies or some associations and some companies, they may have their own proposals. They may have, or not their proposals. They may have their own contracts, right? So you might submit a proposal, and you might have your own contract, and they're like, yeah, no, I need you to use our contract, right? I try my best to make sure that I always get to use my own contract, but I've only had one client who asked me to use theirs, but I went through it like with a fine tooth comb. And that's something that you're going to have to do. If somebody, you have to go through it with a fine tooth comb to make sure that it's in alignment with what you want, right? And sometimes they will change. They may not have you use their contract, but they may want you to change terms within your contract. So depending on, whether you're doing a workshop, whether you're doing, some type of long-term consulting, whether you're just going in and out for a keynote, you'll have to structure your contract differently. You'll have to structure your proposal differently. That's why it's important for you to know what your speaker monetization model is in the beginning, because it is going to be how you run your business. It also may impact the content and the delivery, right? So what is it that you're going to be sharing, and how is it that you're going to be sharing this information? So, again, is it going to be on site? Is it going to be virtual? Is it going to be at a conference? Is it going to be, if you're an MC or a facilitator, is it going to be, at some type of round table? Is it going to be a town hall? Where is it going to be? If you're a keynoter, what is the time frame around the content that they want delivered, right? You have to be mindful of all of these things, because all of these things go back to what's going to go in your proposal, and it's going to go back to how much you get paid or how you get paid, right? And so that's another thing that might be affected by your business model, is when you get paid. And we all know we want to get paid, right? So I've spoken to many speakers who say that, they don't get paid up front, right? They'll get paid on the back end. So for me, in my speaker business model, I wanted to make sure that before I get on a stage, whether it's a virtual stage or a physical stage, I'm already paid. So because I know my business model, I have structured my proposals, structured my contracts. And this is all stuff that we teach you in Speaker Moguls Academy. So don't, a lot of this can be overwhelming, but think about, I want to just put this in your mind so that you understand that these are considerations, right? So that when you're thinking about the business of speaking, and why I'm so focused on having Speaker Moguls Academy and having you all learn and join the academy to actually learn the business of speaking, is because all of these nuances impact your business. So our cohort starts tomorrow in Speaker Moguls Academy, which I'm so excited about. So if you still want to get in, you can go to speakermoguls.com and apply. But the window is closing, because we're about to go deep dive into branding. And it's going to be a lot of work that we have to get done in a short period of time. And so if you want to still get in, there is a short window of time for you to get in. Just go to speakermoguls.com. But back to the business models around getting paid. Sometimes, depending on sometimes like the government, they're not paying you up front. They may not pay you up front. They're like, come do the work and then you get paid later, right? As a keynoter, I get paid up front. As a workshop warrior, I get paid up front. I'm not working until you pay me, right? But you have to decide what your business model is. And then again, when we're talking about who to pitch, how to pitch, where to pitch, why to pitch, right? Your particular ideal client, which again is something we'll teach you in Speaker Moguls, is to find out who that is and how they pay. Like, what are their payment terms? Why is this important? Because if you have to get up out of your house and go travel somewhere and you're not getting paid, where's that money coming from? So you need to understand your cash flow, right? And the cycle of your business. And when is this money coming? So if you speak today and you're not getting paid for another 30 days, you got to think about that, because you got to make sure that you're getting enough speaking engagements or have other cash flow so that lag time, right? And so businesses have payment terms. When you're doing your contracts, and we'll teach you how to do your contracts in Speaker Moguls Academy, we'll help you to understand what it is that you need to do to ensure that you're in the power seat, right? That you're in the power position and that you're not ending up like, where my money at? Right? I've done the work. Where my money at? I got to be chasing you, right? We don't want to be on the chase. We want to always be speaker moguls, right? A speaker mogul is somebody who is standing in their greatness and who is powerful. And so you need to be in the power position. The only way that you get to be there is to understand the business of professional speaking, right? And to understand that your brand will allow you to demand and command the fees that you want, but everything has to be set up properly. So this is a quick one. I just really wanted to go quickly over these speaker business models and for you and get you to start really thinking every single day about your speaker business model. And whoever's on with me, say hello. And let me know if you have a speaker business model. Like, what is your speaker business model? And if you don't know, then you can go take my quiz that I just created. It's speakermogulquiz.com, and you'll find out exactly what your speaker model is. And like I said, you may have more than one. So I have more than one, right? So I am a keynoter, and I do workshops when I feel like, right? So you can have more than one, but the four that I say that really exist and that you can find yourself in and understand how to get your business going is one business model is that you're a keynote speaker. Two is that you are a workshop warrior. So think of a trainer, right? Three is that you're an MC or a host or a facilitator, moderator, right? That you're really keeping the flow of everything going. And then the fourth is that you're a committed consultant. You are in for the long haul, like the deep dive. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your speaker monetization model is. And just go to speakermogulquiz.com. Take the quiz. You'll get a whole report about your monetization model. And yeah, let me know. And let's go out there and get your money, because that's what speaker moguls do. All right, y'all. That's it. Happy Mogul Monday. Talk to you soon.